What's up, people YouTube? This one, I'm bringing you guys another video to the channel, and it has been such a long time since I've done that intro, but Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Season 3 hit last night, and of course, I had to jump right into it as early as possible, and hopefully, this can be the start of something good for my channel, and kind of coming back to some normalcy here, but I did play Cold War Season 3, and I did enjoy a lot of what it had to offer. In this video specifically, we're going to be talking about the weapons that they provided for this season. Now, we got 3 weapons. We got the Swiss sniper rifle, the PPSH SMG, as well as the ballistic knife. So the PPSH and the ballistic knife, of course, these are weapons that we've definitely seen before. We have a decent amount of experience with them, and the first one I think I'm going to talk about is actually going to be the ballistic knife. The ballistic knife is a lot of fun to use. I really enjoyed it. I think that the ballistic knife has a really good fun factor in this game, and I feel like as a Call of Duty player, as a video game enthusiast in general, I'm kind of gravitating more towards the fun aspect of games nowadays rather than just the grind. So for whatever reason, the ballistic knife really called out to me this time around, whereas it hasn't really done that in the past. I used it for a couple games just to get this gameplay and to kind of experience it. Like I said, it was fun to use. The only downside I could really notice with it is the fact that it is a projectile, which it's always been a projectile in Call of Duty, I'm pretty sure, for the ballistic knife. But it feels a lot slower than other ballistic knives. The melee speed feels slower, as well as like when you shoot it, the time that it takes for that knife to travel through the air just feels a lot slower than it was in other Call of Duty games. I don't have an exact say if that's true or not. I would love for you guys to let me know if you feel the same way with the ballistic knife. I didn't go and actually unlock it through the challenge because the challenge is kind of ridiculous in multiplayer. It's like get a one-shot kill and get a melee kill in the same life in 15 different games or something, and it's just I'm not about to sit through all that, at least not right now. I wanted to go ahead and get the bundle, which comes with like a pen and an open letter opener. That in and of itself was pretty cool to me. Had a cool finishing move in there as well, and I really enjoyed the little bit of time that I did use it, and I look forward to using it some more. I want to try it out in zombies and see how brutal it is over there. But the next weapon that we're going to talk about is actually going to be the sniper rifle, the Swiss, I think it's like the Swiss K31 or something like that, or Swiss T31, something along those lines. This weapon was also fun to use, but to be fair, I think it's probably the weakest out of the 3 that we got. The gun looks beautiful. I think that it's going to be really fun to use with the right attachments, but at this point, it was a hit marker machine, and as the great Pomage would say, you definitely have to aim higher to get your kills with this gun. Headshots or neck shots are pretty much the only way you're going to get one-shot kills with this, unless, of course, you're playing hardcore. It was a hit marker machine, but it feels really nice. I will say that it feels quick, it feels snappy, the reload's not atrocious. It's a beautiful gun. I like that about it, and if you guys have been a long-time follower of my channel, as I always say when it comes to sniper rifles, I'm not a sniper rifle fanatic. I've never been super good at sniping or anything like that, but this weapon is cool, and it's fun to use within the realm of sniping, and if you're really good with snipers and you're able to hit those headshots consistently, then this might be the weapon for you. But for me, it was just a whole lot of hit markers and a whole lot of struggling, so take that as you will. Like I said, I feel like once you get some of the attachments unlocked, some barrels, so just some damage extending equipment, then it'll be a lot better for pretty much everybody. But right now, it's rough. Final gun that we have to talk about here is the PPSH. Now, the PPSH, I feel like, is getting a lot of mixed reviews online. I see people on Twitter saying that it's awful, and then people saying it's amazing in Warzone, that it's going to be the new meta, etc., etc. I use the PPSH more than any of the other weapons. I only really had one bad game with it. The other 3 were either okay to actually really good. The first game that I used it was really good. And I still kind of struggled with it at the start, but to be fair, I'm kind of trash at this Call of Duty, so I write that off as just being, it is what it is. But this PPSH, I think that it's really fun. It's a lot of fun to use. The only thing that throws me off with it is it doesn't have a lot of recoil, but it has a lot of like visual recoil. Like whenever I shoot it, I feel like it's supposed to have a lot of recoil. I notice that it's not, but it's like the muzzle flash or something just feels really weird. So again, I think it's going to be a case that once I find my groove and I find the attachments that I really like on this gun, I think it's going to be a contender for probably like the top 3 SMGs that I like the most, or maybe top 4. I had a lot of fun using it yesterday, and lately I've been enjoying the Milano. I know that I like the MP5 a little bit, and I like the AK-74U a little bit. So, I mean, I think it's going to sit up there with those weapons, and overall, I think the PPSH is a really good addition to Cold War, and it'll probably be a lot of fun in Warzone as well. Now, one thing that I'm a little bit concerned with here and curious about, which has nothing to do with the subject of this video really, is that the PPSH and the Swiss sniper rifle, whatever it is, those are very much so World War II weapons. And I don't have any complaints. I mean, they can bring anything that they want into this game, and I do not care as far as guns. You can go get a laser gun as long as it's not all laser guns, you know what I mean? I don't care what you do for DLC weapons. I am here for it. But does this actually mean that we're probably getting a World War II title? Is this kind of hinting towards that? And if so, how does that work with Warzone, considering that you're putting a PPSH, which surely would be in whatever this new Call of Duty World War II is? How would you implement that into Warzone as well as this new Call of Duty's PPSH? Would it really matter? Would it be a different style? Are you going to get crazy with it? What I would really like to see is like an alternate reality of World War II, so it's not the same thing over again, and so that way maybe you can, you know, be a little bit more creative with the weapons and the attachments and stuff, while still keeping it kind of grounded at the same time. If you're gonna go historic, which I don't think that a lot of people really wanted to go farther back than where we were already at with like the 1980s time period. So I mean, I'm interested to see how it works. The PPSH from this update is a lot of fun, and to be completely honest, season 3 as a whole looks to be really good. I'm going to talk about the maps in another video. I might do it in one giant video talking about season 3. I'm not really sure, but for the most part, everything looks really nice. I like the PPSH. I like the maps. I like pretty much everything that we have to offer with season 3, and it definitely looks like it's the best offering that we have had. This time around, it doesn't feel like a cheap cop-out or a lie. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Let me know if you're enjoying this season. And I also have a couple other videos that I'm going to make soon, specifically about weapon attachments. I might cover some Warzone. And then I also have to talk about how my Activision account was hacked, and I've had little to no support in fixing that. Anyways, guys, deuces.